What's going on? It's your boy Butler, man. It's the best day of my life, man. Unfortunately, we have yet another unaliving to report, man. Rest in peace to Montavious Rhodes in Troup County. He died. Today is the 13th. He died 2 days ago. So again, I was made aware of something that I have been doing, and I'm not going to do it anymore. um, Shouts out to Tiffany Johnson for supporting every inmate that is locked up in the state of Georgia. This information came from her page, Georgia Prisons Exposed. Um, I think I may have overstepped my boundaries in my last video, where I was reading the comments of some of the members of the page. I want to apologize for that because my goal is not to promote or expose anybody who doesn't, want that attention. Um, my intentions are just simply to bring awareness of the situation. So again, I apologize. Now, I will still read the comments, but I will not say the names. For the most part, I don't think Tiffany minds me reading her comment. It says Montavious was found unresponsive yesterday morning. His family is seeking answers as to what happened to him. He was in the county jail. If anyone has any information, please comment or reach out to me. You will remain anonymous. So you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Troup County. Where's Troup County? Let's go. Let's see what's going on in Troup County, y'all. Let's see.
Authorities are investigating the death of an inmate at the Troup County Jail today. Officials say 44-year-old Montavious Rhodes was found unresponsive around 8:30 in the morning. Jail medical staff and emergency responders say they tried life-saving measures, but Rhodes died later at the hospital. His cause of death is pending an autopsy by the Georgia Bureau of Investigations.
All right, so
Sheriff, you had shared with us a moment ago that you had an investigation.
Happening right now, the GBI investigating the death of a man at the Troup County Jail. And this all started around last night, around 9 o'clock. Officials say 46-year-old Regis Bay started having difficulty breathing and was then taken to the medical unit. At some point in the medical unit, he became unresponsive. Bray was then taken to the Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, where he died just before 6 this morning. We're told the GBI now following their standard procedure and is investigating.
Breaking right now at 10, the search has ended for an escaped inmate in Troup County. Authorities confirmed they arrested Christian Joel Marcos Cortez. In the last hour, authorities think he used a door and then climbed a fence to escape this morning. We're working to learn more, so be sure to stay with the Land News First for more details.
Well, time a Fox 5 News alert. Police have arrested one of the inmates who escaped from the Troup County Jail, but the other is still on the run.
Okay, so look, now, this story is not about one man. This story is about a life, a family, and questions that deserve answers. On March 11th, 2026, a man named Montavious Rhodes entered the history of a growing list of people who have died while in custody inside American jails, a place where people are supposed to be held safely until their day in court, a place where someone may be detained, but they're not supposed to lose their life. Because when the government takes custody of someone, they also take responsibility for that life. And now, the family is asking the same questions families across the country have asked for decades. What really happened? Now, reports say that on the morning of March 11th, staff members inside Troup County Jail discovered Montavious unresponsive during a routine meal pass. That means officers were walking through the housing area distributing breakfast. At some point, they noticed something was wrong. He wasn't responding. Emergency services were called, medical personnel attempted to help, and he was transported to a hospital, but later that day, he was pronounced dead. And when a death happens in custody, the first thing families want is the truth. Because jail is supposed to be controlled, supposed to be a secured environment. Their cameras, their officers, their logs, their procedures. So when someone dies behind those walls, these should be the times where we get answers. Now, some of the video that we're going over is additional lives lost, escapes, and unlawful acts. So, let's just dive in.
LaGrange police took Eric Bell into custody this morning. The Troup County Sheriff's Office sent us this photo of their arrest. And tonight, deputies still looking for Thomas Cuddington. They believe that Bell and Cuddington escaped from the jail Wednesday night by climbing over a fence and down a drain pipe. Tonight, there's a $2,000 reward for information leading to the capture of Cuddington.
Gun violence also top of mind today in Troup County in the wake of two recent shooting deaths of young boys. 11 Alive's Karis Belger spent today in LaGrange to hear how this close-knit community is now taking a more direct approach.
I am one. I am one. I am only one. I am only one.
There were no signs of trouble in Eastside Park in LaGrange Saturday.
And so it's a good thing to show them, hey, you know what, somebody cares about me and somebody loves me.
Officers and city officials made an effort to keep it that way.
Sometimes you don't know what you're doing because you've never been taught in a certain way.
What I can do, I ought to do,
Bruce Griggs, the founder of Saving Our Sons, says this event is one of many he's held in the last few weeks, a direct response to shootings that have impacted young men in the community. Earlier this month, 16-year-old Nasir Troup was killed at LaGrange's South Bend Skate Park, and in February, a 15-year-old, Quindarius Woodyard, was shot in the back and later died.
And in LaGrange, it's not, and to me, I would agree that one or two is an emergency.
The boys here, all similar in age, and Lieutenant Jeremy Butler with LaGrange Police hoped lighthearted interactions like these will prevent more somber interactions with law enforcement down the road.
Just breathe. That's all of it.
In LaGrange, Karis Belger, 11 Alive News.
And tonight, another inmate death is being reported, this time inside the Troup County Jail. The Sheriff's Office says a detention officer found Aaron Martinet unresponsive in his cell last night just after 9 p.m. Medical staff began life-saving measures while he was taken to Wellstar, West Georgia Emergency Department, where he died a few hours later. He was 33 years old. He was being held on disorderly conduct charges. The GBI is investigating.
Authorities are investigating the death of an inmate at the Troup County Jail today. Officials say 44-year-old Montavious
Now to a Fox 5 exclusive. A man faces drug trafficking charges after the DEA says it found more than half a ton of meth hidden in a tractor trailer. The DEA
News alert out of Troup County, where two inmates have escaped. Deputies say Eric Bell and Thomas Cuddington escaped from the Troup County Jail late last night. According to the Sheriff's Office, surveillance cameras captured both men climbing down from a drain pipe to make that escape. Deputies say an active search is currently underway for Bell and Cuddington. They want you to call 911 if you see them.
Topping our news, the Troup County Sheriff's Office is investigating an inmate's death. Happened this morning. The inmate died at a local hospital after being found unresponsive in his cell. According to officials, around 9:17 p.m. last night, a detention officer found 33-year-old Aaron Martinet of Fayetteville unresponsive. He was being held on disorderly conduct charges. Martinet was transported to Wellstar, West Georgia Emergency Department, where he was pronounced dead at 4:30 a.m. today. The GBI is conducting their own investigation. We'll update you on the latest developments in that.
Right now, law enforcement is searching for an escaped inmate here in Troup County. This is Kristen Joel Marcos Cortez. The Sheriff's Office says he escaped from the jail here around 4:45 this morning. He walked out of a door, and then they say he climbed over the fence just like this with this barbed wiring and left the jail property. How exactly did he manage to get out is all part of an internal investigation. The Sheriff's Office says the focus right now is finding him. They do believe he is in the LaGrange area, and they are asking anybody who sees him to call 911 and to not approach him.
Our newsroom, state authorities are investigating an inmate death southwest of Atlanta. Aaron Martinet was found unresponsive in his cell at the Troup County Jail yesterday. The 33-year-old was transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead this morning. The GBI is now investigating. Authorities rushed to the home on Lower.
In America, when someone is arrested, their freedom is taken away, but their human rights are not. The Constitution requires that people in custody receive medical care, protection from harm, humane conditions. This is called duty of care. That means the moment someone enters a jail, their life is in the hands of the institution. And if something goes wrong, there must be transparency because public trust depends on accountability. Montavious' death is not happening in isolation, as you can see. Across the country, communities have been asking the same question. Why are people dying in jails and prisons? Sometimes investigations reveal medical neglect. Sometimes they reveal policy failures. Sometimes they reveal nothing. But every case deserves investigation. Every life deserves dignity. And every family deserves an answer. Montavious Ross was not just an inmate number. He was someone's son, brother, friend, family member. Somewhere tonight, there are people who remember his laugh, people who remember conversations, people who never imagined the last time they saw him would actually be the last time. And grief mixed with unanswered questions can feel unbearable because closure only comes when the truth is known. When a death happens in custody, families usually pursue autopsy reports, independent investigations, civil rights attorneys, public records requests. Sometimes those investigations reveal exactly what happened. Sometimes they reveal serious problems. Sometimes they simply confirm a tragic medical event, but the process is about one thing: truth. In the state of Georgia, there have been an unmeasurable amount of unlawful acts done by those who are supposed to obtain the law. There's been neglect. There been documented, recorded acts of people having control over other humans and treating those humans inhumane. Thus, the ever increasing death rate in the GDC. We hope this brother rests in peace. We hope his family gets answers. We're here for solutions, man. At this point, the only thing I can do as an individual is continue to bring things to the attention of, the few soldiers that I have access to. I appreciate everybody who subscribes to the page, who comments, who likes, who shares. Without you, there is no me. And I just want to utilize this platform to, bring awareness to those people who do not have a voice for themselves. So as much as you could share or comment or just hit the like button, man, it would be a blessing, man. So we're out. I hope I don't have another body to report this weekend. I pray that nobody is unalived in anywhere. But right now, especially for those individuals inside the Georgia Department of Corrections and those incarcerated throughout the world in real life. I'm out.